gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives. You create thoughts. Never waste time. You got one shot. You got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5. No mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way. What I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, real.
Trapaholics Mixtapes.
As the 9% in word would say, make a better you, a better us.
Give them what they ask for.
Who do you think you are? I'm the word.
Boy, man, I'm the one who put in the work.
When I move, it's an earthquake rumble. I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.
What up, though? Uh-oh. Mic check. Mic check. Oh, man, what the hell? Can you hear me? Mic check. I don't see nothing moving. Give me 1 second. Let me try to fix the audio. Mic check. There we go. What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. We about to get into it. But before we do that, do me a favor, hit that like, and if you new, hit that subscribe, man. It's free to you, but it mean the world to me. All right. And with that being said, let me get it to the chat. Let me get it to the chat. My 33 brother, Mr. Gary Busted Down Brown. What it do with the business is? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. The one and only Dee Dee. Dee 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 Dee. I was checking them baby pics out, Dee Dee. Still beautiful as you grew. You know, they say wine ponds with age. So beautiful baby girl. Now you're a beautiful woman. Appreciate you sharing that. Appreciate you sharing that. But what up though, y'all? Hey man, I said it last night. I've been doing this for 3 years now. Um, so I try to do a recap. So I'm talking about what I picked up over the years. I didn't really learn nothing this past year. It was more a confirmation of things that I already knew. As far as like being a content creator, just the overall experience on social media, especially YouTube, because that's where we at, man. And I said it many a time. This is simply a micro to macro. This is a sample size of what society has to offer. But I will admit this, so I can't say I didn't learn something. I truly realized like I live in a bubble, man. I really do. I live in a bubble. I created a bubble for myself, and I live there, and it's peaceful there. Um, I found harmony. I found zen. I found my own personal purpose of life within that bubble, right? And coming on YouTube, I come outside that bubble, and yeah, so I did learn that. I did pick that up. Um, no audio. Does the audio work? I see Didi responded, so I think that was just a past message. Hold on, let me check. Not live in a bubble. Yeah, bro, I live in a bubble, man. Because a lot of I stud like I told you, I've been studying personalities. I've always been observant, always been curious and interested in why people do the things they do. And when I was younger, I was exposed to uh, the study of psychology at a young age, at 11, because that was part of my mother's curriculum when she was in college. So I was exposed to psychology. And when I learned what it was, I was interested. So I used to always take her books and ask her questions. I got a couple other people around me, not like particularly in my family, but associates or friends of family members, where I was able to ask them questions, and they had like one of them was a, a therapist or a psychologist. And then, so, you got psychologists. Um, so I was always exposed to it. And when I got older, I started self-studying, self-study a lot. Um, So a lot of these personalities I never really truly experienced in real life, but on here I got exposed to a lot of these different type of personalities. Like when people say narcissist, what people most commonly associate narcissism with is the form of grandioso narcissism. You know, the overt narcissism. You know, they call it the grandioso, and that's the ones who it's noticeable because they loud, they more direct, they in your face. But most commonly, the most common form of narcissism is actually covert. You know, they more passive aggressive. They more condescending. They more or less play the victim. You know, you ever experience a person playing the victim? Like, where what's that old saying? They throw rocks and hide their hand. Like, they do something with the intent to trigger someone. And when a person reacts, then they act like they didn't do it or they didn't mean it, or they always use terms like, oh, you're sensitive or you're overthinking or you're making too much like those. That's the most common form of narcissism, right? But it goes overlooked because when you say narcissism, most people associate it to grandioso. So even over here, man, um, most commonly what I run into is the covert narcissist. People playing the victim. That's more common, you know, because you got to be built a certain way to play that grandioso. To be a grandioso narcissist, you got to be built a certain type of way. And most people ain't built like that, man. So, they still narcissists. They just perform in a different way. Oh, man, what happened? Hold on, man. My bad. My computer went dark. I went dark mode for a minute. My bad. I don't know why I did that. Huh. I gotta find that option because that is annoying, man. But yeah. So I experienced that. Even Machiavellianism, you know. Um, I ran across a lot of people who are master manipulators in their own right. I wouldn't call them masters, but um, they good at manipulation, and it goes undetected because most people are naive, bro. Most people are naive. Most people don't ask why or try to understand why things occur. They just judge the what, and the what is what happened or what's going on, what's occurring. They just judge that aspect and never truly indulge in understanding why it happened. So a lot of times people don't learn from the experiences they go through. Where would that be at? That will be under. I'm trying to find the power and battery. It should be right here. Okay, energy saver turns on at 30%. Okay, here we go. This is what I want. After 5 minutes. No, let's just do this. Let's just get a look at. So that shouldn't do that no more. All right, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm still here. My bad, bro. My screen had went black for a minute. Like it's on a 5 minute sleeper time for some reason. I don't know why, but So, but a lot of the experiences that I had on this internet, I haven't had any shocking experience. A lot of times, like interacting with people, I kind of seen how the interaction was gonna go. Um, so that's why it's like really no disappointment or no resentment when things didn't work out. And when things do work out, you will see how appreciative I am to, particular people like Tay, Commander, my brother Gary D. Like the way I get excited when I see these people is because, they don't have to be or do what they do, but they do it. And I'm just grateful for it, So like brother Gary did a show the other day talking about expectations. I don't really put I only expect people to be who they are. Once somebody show me who they are, I believe it. And it's not with the words; it's more with the actions of how people do. So consistency. Consistency is the key of life, man. That's the key. That's one of the keys, one of many keys. But consistency is definitely a key of life. My brother, what it do? The realest one is in a building. Meant to act accordingly. What it do with the businesses, man? Appreciate you, my bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, so that's what I picked up, man. I mean, it's nothing. I haven't really been shocked by anything. I've been through a lot of shit in real life, so there's not too much to shake or stir me on the online. I done been stabbed in the back by family members, like literally stabbed by family members. It wasn't in the back though; it was in the chest. Took one in the chest from my stepdad. My brother tried to knock my noodles out. So I mean, it ain't too much I can experience in life that's gonna shock me no more. I've been cheated on, everything anybody else been through. Right? I ain't been through nothing special. We all been through the ringer in life. That's part of the trials and tribulations. Brother Gary say if you don't have a trial, there's no testimony. If you have no test in life, then you have nothing to testify. So I mean, I ain't go through nothing special that nobody else ain't experienced. It's just I pick up the lessons from the experience, and that's what I try to keep people open minded to. Like when you experience something, man, it's things in there that you can learn from, you can grow from. You can reflect on yourself, and then you can learn how other personalities work, right? How other people are. You know, and I always this type of person I am, and I'm not saying this is how you should be. I'm just telling you how I am, right? Like if no one does anything malicious to me, you know, I always feel like we all different. So we gonna bump heads, we go rub show, we gonna do all that. But long as you don't get like malicious with it, I think it's always an opportunity to grow from that, you know, to grow from that. So I don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I don't usually do that. What they say, don't burn bridges. I don't. Sometimes, if I'm on one side of the bridge and somebody on the other side of the bridge, let's just not cross the bridge. Let's just step back in our own lane, let some time pass, and then maybe we can come back to that bridge and cross it. But when you do that malicious shit, like when you do all that stuff, that's what tends to, fuck up relationships. And I've been part of that, I've been part of that on both sides, A lot of times, bro, it just be miscommunication, misunderstanding, and people blow that shit up, bro. And that be the part, you know. Um, and sometimes, like everybody different, some things, some words you say, uh, you can't reconcile behind, bro. You can't because you don't know what other people been through. Like if a person been stabbed in the back consistently in real life, then they come on here and somebody stab them in the back and they cut them off. You can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at that. So I try to understand people for who they are and respect them for that. And like realists will say, act accordingly. I won't treat Dee Dee like I treat Gary. I won't treat Gary like I treat realists because they individuals, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna treat them all with respect, all with dignity, but you have to interact with people differently. And I think that's a easy concept, but a hard concept to apply to people. Because most people just one trick ponies. They don't know how to adapt. But everybody different, man, and I appreciate everybody for their own individuality, right? I have people come over here who Christians, people who come over here who pro-black. I don't discriminate against nobody. I ain't got nothing but love in my heart, bro. I ain't got nothing but love in my heart, and I try to spread that the best way I can. I don't judge people, man. I don't judge people. Um, but yeah, man, this thing yeah, this thing interesting, man. Social media, the whole dynamics of it is very interesting, man. You meet some good people, man. Some good ass people, bro. And I tend to focus on that. That's why I appreciate y'all. Dee Dee, Realist, Gary, Commander, Tay, each y'all. That's my little sis, man. I'm so happy. I mean, if I never came on, I wouldn't met these people. I never met him. Gary, like my big brother, man. I always say Realist is my ninja. That's my ninja, man. Dee Dee, that's little sis, man. But just meeting people like that, people come on here and you think you can't build bonds, you can become associates, you become friends, shit, you come like family with people, it's interact, it's all predicated upon you. If you create the mindset, we was talking about boxes on Gary's channel. If you already had a mindset, you can't come on here and make friends, you're not gonna come on here and make friends because you're gonna be looking for more reasons why you can't do it, 10 reasons why you can't. And then you start putting yourself in environments around toxic ass people, man. That's another thing, man. People come on here for different reasons, right? Some people come on here to go along. Some people come on here to get along. You know, some people come on here to find like-minded people to congregate with. Then some people come on here to find narratives to go along with. So some people come on to get along. Some people come on to go along. Doing the same thing for different reasons. Everybody got their own purpose. When people come on here, just as I think probably we all come on here as a distraction. Well, I'm not gonna say a distraction, but yeah, that's probably the best term, distraction. Kind of get away, give ourselves a break from reality. You know, um, because if not, while we on here, it's to focus our attention on something other than what's right there in our face. But then some people come on here and they will live through this thing. This they, they I'm not laughing. Yeah, I am laughing. But some people come on here and live through this thing, right? This will be their whole life. Scorp mama, what up though? What up, man? Yeah, Scorp, I'm early, man. I'm early today. Yeah, 'cause my wife's sick, so everybody's sleep and tucked in, and I got to get up early and take my kids to school. So figure I'd come on early, talk my talk, and then get off, you know. But for whatever reason, people come on here. That's for them. Everybody come on for different reasons, and you can't knock that. Some people come on here for a hustle. They hustle on here. Ain't no different from the street. Sometimes they get good products. Sometimes they hustle you bad products, but it's a hustle. Some people come on just to meet people or to be a part of something. You can't knock that because that helps people. Maybe in their current environment, maybe their current environment is toxic, and the way they get from that toxicity is to come on here and get around some good people. So the social media ain't bad. It's just what people do with it. Like a gun ain't bad. A gun don't kill people. It's the person pulling the trigger that kills people. Same thing with social media. This thing can be something. It can help people. It can elevate people. This can create an environment that people may not have access to in real life. You get to interact with like all different types of people. Maybe you don't have that intellectual person in your real life, but you can come on here and you can be around that. So now you exposed to a whole new world, right? That's the benefits of what this has to offer, man. You would put yourself around people you would probably never have access to in real life. Because some people on here that I've met throughout the years, like in real life, I would probably never even speak to them. I wouldn't even talk to those type of people. But they have access to me. I have access to them. Same thing. It's people on here that I've met that in real life I probably never would have had access to. But through the social media, I was able to engage in dialogue. I met a couple cool people on here. Um, like professional people, that we email back and forth. So that's kind of cool. I would have never even known of this person without social media. Uh, there's a couple content creators, I just, made a comment under their video and then they end up finding me on Instagram and like giving me suggestions on how to do content. They didn't watch my content, like, hey, you should try this, try that. I'm like, that's dope. A lot of insight I got on content creating and doing this, man. I would have never had access to these people without the internet. These people big, billion subscribers. I'd never meet this person in real life, probably. You know what I'm saying? But on here, I didn't link up with them, so that's kind of cool and dope. So I mean, it can be used for good or bad, man. It definitely be used for good or bad. Everybody got their reasons, yeah, man. And that's why I say I don't like it's. I don't know, man. I try not to be judgmental. I'm more curious about the why than the what. So that's how I get away from judging. Because when you start looking at the why, you just seeing what exists in life. It don't really matter if it's right or wrong. You see what exists. You know, um, I think people go through life trying to put things in boxes and categorizing things too much instead of trying to comprehend why the purpose of its existence. Like I heard people talking about they was having a debate: should people suffer? And it's like, bro, that shit gonna happen regardless. Like, like that's some stupid ass shit to debate. Should people suffer, bro? You ain't stopping that. That shit exists since the beginning of time. But you understand when you understand what comes from suffering. Not everyone's suffering, but it is positive things that come from suffering, right? Sometimes we got to hit rock bottom to understand how far we can truly go up. You have to be at the basement, the foundation of things, to truly understand how far you can really go up. So suffering, I mean, it don't feel good. I've been in plenty situations and conditions where I suffer. I'm suffering now, technically, but I choose not to perceive it that way. I don't look at it as suffering, but from the outside looking in, you'd be like, damn, bro, suffering. Like all the shit he got to experience and go through on a daily basis. But I don't perceive it like that. That's why, like, when people be like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that," or I'm like, "I'm cool, I'm good, man." You don't see no bitterness from me. Usually, when people suffer, you see, you'll see it in different aspects of their interactions. Usually bitterness, especially when you go through something for a prolonged time, you'll see bitterness in people. That's you don't see that shit out of me. Life is life, man. It ain't supposed to be easy. It's just not. Now it ain't supposed to be easy, but 3 years on this joint, man. I'm using writer's word joint John. What they say in Philly? This John. No, John is like uh ain't that got to do something with prostitution? I don't know how they say it. So I ain't even gonna steal a word. That should be funny as hell every time I hear it say it. Like sis writers, man. I when I got off here last night, I went on her panel for a minute yesterday. She had a dude named Mr. Oates up there. I was rapping with him for a minute. And yeah, that was the interaction. That was a horse of a different color. But that was a good conversation with writers. Shout out to Sis, man. We had a good talk last night. You know, um, John, yeah, brothers, you know what I'm talking about. Bronze, my brother. What up, man? That's my bro, man. Like meeting Bronze, man. Bronze, I think I met him in Miss Beach at. I can't remember where I met Bronze at, but man, when I start going, because I be in the bushes a lot, but Brian support a lot of good content creators. He support a lot of content creators, and Brian's when he do speak, he be spitting, bro. When he do speak, when he choose to speak his mind, oh yeah, he gonna give it to you. He gonna give it to. We gonna have to get Bronze on here one day, bro. We have a fellas night where fellas just come. Well, every night is really anybody's night. Most of the time, I'm not really into I'm gonna get into the content probably next year. I was planning on doing every time, like this is, I've learned to listen to life, right? I had this big grand idea, and right when I was about to implement it, I got real sick. I was sick for the last 2 weeks. I was fucked up, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was messed up, and then it that tells me to like slow down. Like I started learning how to read life, man. But sometimes I always have a big idea. I always been like that. I always dream big. But I had to learn how to listen to life because sometimes you would move too fast. you know. And even though I've been doing this 3 years, you know, I had all these big plans. It's just not my time to do it right now. And if I force it, then bad shit usually happens. When I force things, but when I let things unfold naturally, that's when I get the grandest and the best results from it. You know, it's just not my time to do what I think I should be doing right now. You know, it's just not. It's just not that time. You know, there's other things that I got to put in, and I noticed that too because like when I slow down, I start looking around like, damn, I got to put this in place first. I need this in place first. I need that in place. And once all these things align, then everything will work out like it's supposed to. You know, then everything work out like it's supposed to. Yeah, I learned, you know, just not to force things. Like this YouTube, and it also gave me uh, more uh, confirmation on how far I have came in life in general. You know, I couldn't have did this like 10 years ago. I couldn't have did YouTube 10 years ago. 'Cause even like I used to play the video game online, and I'd be in there roasting motherfuckers all day, talking shit. I was one of the biggest shit talkers on NBA 2K. I didn't even know it was people. Like people was, I thought they was just paying me because you know I play the game good. I thought, oh, they was like, hey man, you come in this lobby and run a couple games with me. I give you $50. I'd be like, all right. I didn't know they was posting the content. I'm gonna see if I can find. Uh, I know the two of the content creators. I'm gonna see if I can find some. But that shit was so many. That was like 10 years ago, and I don't know the names of the video. But I'm gonna see if I can find one of them clips. But I was in there I be talking mad shit to people. I'm talking about saying some of the craziest shit you probably ever heard. If you'd be like, man, that ain't word. I'm talking about I was diabolical with the shit. I used to make people. I made this one dude throw his PlayStation. He broke his shit. Like when I'm talking about shit talking, oh, I'm one of the best at it. I just choose not to do it no more. You know, I'm trying to build a brand, so you can't build a brand. You can build a brand off of that, but that's not what I'm trying to build a brand off. So I don't talk shit no more. But y'all see, when I get in my bag, I get in. But yeah, shit talk become easy to me. I grew up. I mean, you had to. We fought with words and we fought with fists, man. You had to be good at both of them. Because if you start beating somebody with words and you couldn't throw hands, you just gonna get your ass whooped. You couldn't just say what you wanted to say unless you can back it up. So you had to be good at both. Where I came from, if you was able to talk shit, you had to be able to fight too. So I mean, I got good at both of them. I get good at both of them, bro. But yeah, on here, I mean, like I said, it's a cool space, man. I want to get on TikTok more. Though. They be tripping over there. Some of them people weird, man. I went into this one, and they was like, "What did they say? What do I identify as?" I'm like, "A human? Like, what the fuck? No, what's your pronouns?" I'm like, "I don't know, bro." They like, "You don't know your pronouns?" I'm like, "What the fuck is you talking about a pro?" Like, I wasn't hip to all that lingo, right? I'm not in that community, so I don't like when people say, "What's your pronoun?" And y'all got to remember, man, I'm 41. I ain't a spring chicken no more. I don't be trying to stay up with all this nuance shit. I see why, like, growing up, old people be like, "What the hell?" You be like, "Oh, they old them." Yeah, I'm one of those old heads now. So when they talk about with my pronoun, and they was like he, she, her, it, what? I'm like, bro, I'm a guy. I'm a man. I'm a grown ass man. That's what I identify as, a grown ass man. They was like, oh, you one of those. I'm like, one of what, bro? I'm a grown ass man. I got dick and balls. You mean like, like that shit crazy over there, bro? But surely sliding into the TikTok world, bro, man, it's crazy, bro. And they more, man, they more. I don't know, bro. They more. I don't know. They be beefing over there just as bad as over here. They got the same like little communities and shit of people be going after other people. They still be doing all that doxing and shit over there. Like I said, all the social media is just the micro to macro. There's a lot of hate in the world, man. A lot of fucking hate. And that's sad, bro, because I mean we can actually be doing shit and building together. Like when I came on here 3 years ago, and that was like a common thing. A common thing. Everybody saying, "Oh, I want to come on here and build. I want to come on here and build." And then you asking like, "What you building, bro?" They don't know. They building their channel. They want you to come help, and ain't nothing wrong with that. If somebody say, "Hey man, help me build my channel," I'd be like, "Shit, let's rock out." Because that's something positive that can create an extra source of income for somebody. So I'm down for it. Like there's a lot of people, and they were straightforward with it. Shout out to Liz B. They'd be like, "Hey, come over, support this person. This person supports you. You can network with this person. Y'all can help one another." And that's how I got into a lot of these channels or met a lot of people with through Liz B, man, because she was putting people together, bro. Literally putting people together you know. And she was working hard at it, man. That's when, we helping people get watch hours, watch a playlist. Liz B was the first person I met that did that. Her and Miss Queen Sunkiss. Miss Queen Sunkiss did that shit too. Shout out to her, man. Them two of the first people I was building with, but trying to do content and building with, the first person I did that with is the very first person I fell out with. And that was unfortunate because I thought we could do some magic together. And I don't, you know, I ain't got no animosity against nobody. Um, I just think, I don't know, that we just fell off with some dumbass shit, some shit I ain't even had nothing to do with, they just misread it wrong. And then it's you, when people get mad at you, they tell you how they really feel about you because I thought me and this person was cool. And it ain't no shade towards her, so I'm gonna say her name, Doe Eyes TV. It ain't no shade to her, but like that situation was wild as hell because it was like 1 minute we was cool, and then the next minute it was like I was like one of the worst people she ever met, and I'm like, what? I didn't even know what I did. And then when she started telling me, I'm like, man, you misread that. You totally misread that. But then you start understanding like that's how that person felt. And then this is why I don't knock it, right? This is why 100% I'm being honest from the bottom of my heart. Why I didn't get upset at that because she experienced some crazy shit on here, right? And I guess the interaction that we had kind of triggered her. I don't know. To this day, I still don't know. But we was on a panel. I was on the panel with her. We was on Miss 504 panel. I was on the panel and I wasn't even talking because Miss 504 had another guest up there and they was talking. And when those guys came up, I didn't say nothing because they were talking. Y'all know how I am. Like when people get to talking, I don't say nothing. I be sitting back. And then my wife had just got out the hospital and she called my phone and I was outside on my phone, on the panel. And when she called my phone, I jumped off the panel, came in and checked on her because she had just literally got to the hospital like 2 hours ago. And then when I got back on the panel, she was gone. So I stayed on the panel for like 30 more minutes talking. And then the next day, when I popped up in her chat, she was like, check your email. I'm like, check my email. I'm like, okay. And then I checked my email and then it was like, she just went in on me. Like, I didn't speak to her when she popped up, and then it was people in the chat talking about her. I'm like, I don't know these people like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have, like, I don't know the history of you and people on YouTube. So Miss 504 has some people in her chat that didn't like her. I don't know that. I don't know who like you or don't. As far as me not speaking to you, and I'm typing the email back trying to explain it to her. And then I did a show. And y'all know how I am. I talk about behavior and personality. This show I already had scheduled before any of that happened. And just so happened, I guess she felt like the show was about her. Like, so now I'm throwing subliminals. I'm like, no, I'm literally talking about my own personal experience. I was literally talking about my experience. And then she came on my panel. My sister literally called me like, I'm about to come up there. And I'm like, nah, it's straight. Because I knew she been through some shit on here. She got drugged through the mud. So I'm like, she just feel like the shit. it's happening again. So I just backed up and, but it's no resentment or no animosity or no beef, no hatred or nothing. I wish the best for people, but I just know it's like after that interaction, I just like if I did something, then I can see like okay, but I mean I'm like I'm straight, bro. I can't no like anybody I was ever cool with. I'm not gonna say nothing negative about them, but it's like I just wish that person the best. She good people. She do good content. She had Judge Joe Brown on her show a lot of time. She do a lot of good content. It's not meant to be, and that's sad because you can actually build with one another, network with one another. That's the problems that we have in society is it's like a small miscommunication or misunderstanding. Instead of having a conversation before you lash out and assume something about someone else, especially if you don't really know them. But if you already have a preconceived notion of how this person is, it ain't gonna never work out like that. I mean, it'll never get to that point, man. That's why I say it's like I don't judge people. I let people tell me who they are, and they majority of the folks got negative experience. Yeah, man. So but see that's why I say I can't. I don't. I understand, and this is what I'm talking about, like of comprehension, because of what she experienced on here. I totally understand why it went the way it went. I wish it hadn't, but I understand why, So, um, yeah, when you have a negative experience like that, and then you start seeing signs and shit, or shit start lining up like a previous experience, people go get defensive and do whatever they got to do to protect themselves. So, that's why I don't even, I don't fault none of that. You know, I ain't got nothing negative to say about that lady or anybody, who I was once cool with. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If I was ever cool with somebody and we fell out, bro, I'm not gonna talk shit about them. I'm not gonna do that. But I will say this: if I ain't never fucked with you, and you come fucking with me, oh, I'm gonna talk shit. I'm gonna talk shit about you because I don't fucking know you. But if we ever had any type of cordial relationship, no, I'm not. I don't personally, from my moral compass, that shit just ain't cool. Because if I mean, it's some people on here, I accept them for exactly who they are. You know what I'm saying? I accept them for who they are. If they was, I don't like using the term. Uh, I'm not gonna use that term, but maybe they a little rough around the edges, right? But that's who they are. I accept that, and if I get cut with one of their edges, I'm not gonna start talking shit like, "Oh, this person ain't shit," because now they did. Nah, man. I knew what that was before I even interacted, and I chose to. So I had to be accountable and accept whatever the result is. So that's why I don't do it. Right? If I accept someone for who they are, I accept the good just along with the bad. And if I experience the bad of them, then that's my fault, bro, because I accepted it in the first place. Most people accept the bad until the bad happened to them, and then it's all fucked up. But it's like even that, bro. It's like that shit be weird to me, bro. This is my opinion. It'd be weird because, and I think me and Realist talked about this before. And then brother gave me, he gave me deeper insight because I totally didn't understand why it happened like this. But like you be cool with somebody, and then as soon as one thing happened, they start telling you all the fucked up shit. You be like, well, why was you around me in the first place? Right? Like you felt like this the whole time, but it was like he said, it was like sometimes you don't see it until you outside of it, and then you start realizing like, okay, that's what that was, or that's what this was. Now you can identify it, but when you're right next to it, you don't see it like that. And I'm like, you know, now I got a deeper understanding because I didn't understand that shit. Like, if this person was that fucked up, why was you even cool with them in the first place? But what he said made sense. So I'm like, then I start looking at it from that, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see that now. I can totally see that. I can totally see that. Yeah, but the majority of people are here. Like, I had some, I ain't gonna call them bad experience. I had some unwanted experiences on here, where shit went left real quick, and it's like, oh, damn. Shit, that shit, I mean, a couple times, that shit almost, shit, destroyed my channel because At one point, I used to have close to 20, 30 people in here. You know what I'm saying? And then just falling out with people and shit. That shit dwindled down to where we seen that, and that happened a couple times. So it's like, that's just the process of being a content creator. Ups and downs, ups and downs. You know, until you get that one, until you get to that level where you have a consistent basis, right? I'm not there yet. And just like even looking at Mr. Beast's story, bro, that shit take time. Some people, get it overnight. You know what I'm saying? But most people got to grind for it. They got to build their brand up to have a consistent audience. You know, and I'm be honest with you. I'm not doing everything I need to do to have that, so I can't be mad or upset at that. I'm not doing everything I need to do right now to have it. So that's why you'll hear me complaining about no numbers. If I get good numbers, then I'm grateful. If I don't, then it's like I still did what I was supposed to do. I put out the content, in a way that I can sleep at night. 'Cause I ain't selling my soul for no damn attention. I ain't doing all that shit. People be doing some crazy shit on here for, for some clicks and views. Like I can't do it. And that X, man, realist. I don't know if you on X, bro. You got to be careful scrolling there, bro. There's some crazy stuff on there, bro. Like Twitter is like that shit is like the dark web. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was watching this one, and you ever watch something and not expect to see certain shit? So I'm watching this, I'm scrolling through, and it's this video of like two or three babies playing on a balcony, right? And I'm looking like this is gonna be one of the videos when the baby save a baby. Nah, baby ain't get saved. Baby fell off of like 4-story balcony. You heard the splat. I'm like, oh shit, why is this shit on the internet? Like a baby. Bro, they be showing people getting their noodles knocked out. I'm like, this is on like I thought stuff was like this was banned from social media. Twitter is like the black dark web, bro. It be everything. It's corn on there. Y'all know what corn. You can't even say certain shit on YouTube, right? Words. You can't even use certain words on Twitter. It's like a free for all, bro. If you want to see what the worst of our society has to offer, go on Twitter, bro. Go on Twitter. And it be I'm not look, I ain't trying to be funny. Y'all know I love everybody. But it be like it be so much most of the fucked up shit on there be from white people, bro. It be from white people. Like, they talk about black people violent, man. Y'all better take y'all ass on Twitter and watch that shit. Some of that shit, I'll be like, God damn. Like, like man, Twitter is a motherfucker, bro. I'm like, I don't know if I can get jiggy with this. I don't know if I can. And they got a little live thing now. I ain't never really, you know, experienced a live. I seen clips that people screenshotted or whatever and bring it over to YouTube, but I've never did even went into a live on Twitter. I don't even think I know how. I was looking at my phone. I was locked into the Gary's Pick'em. I gotta go pick my. Oh damn! As soon as I clicked on it, dude, bro, this dude. I wish I could show. Oh god damn, bro! Like, oh man, what the fuck is that? Oh my god, bro! These dudes beating this guy with a stick. This dude tried to break into this building. He's hanging. I don't even know. Is it a vent? Half his body hanging out of a vent, and they beating the shit out of him with a stick. That's what I'm saying. It's some crazy shit on Twitter. I'm trying to look for the function. I don't even know how to navigate Twitter. Videos, premium, profile, monetize. I don't even know how you go to the live things on Twitter. Create an image. Yeah, I don't know how to navigate Twitter. I used to. I was like, I used to use Twitter instead of Facebook. I used to use Twitter over Facebook. But I don't even know how to navigate that shit now. Elon Musk took that shit over. That shit like a Tesla now. I'm straight. But yeah, man, this social media thing, man, it's just good and bad and ugly, man. That's what it has to offer. It just depends where you put yourself at. Just like in life, man. It's just like in life. It's a micro to macro. You know, we can do some good things with it, or we can do some fucked up things with it. Just predicated on our intent, predicated upon our intent, what we choose to do with it. So we talk about choices and decisions. But yeah, damn. I hope everybody ain't go to Twitter. So I said that everybody started dropping. Everybody went to go check out Twitter. Yeah, man. But y'all know me, Mike. And I ain't really got too much to say. But that's what I picked up over the last 3 years, man. That you had a good, the bad, and the ugly. And the bad ain't even really bad, man, because you can learn from. The bad ain't really bad. It's the ugly shit that you got to stay away from. But the bad is just the opposite side of the coin of the good. You know, things can be good one minute and go bad the next, and go back to bad, go back to good. So it's all an experience. It's how you take in the information. Everything is an experience. It's opportunity. To grow. As Gary would say, become more diverse. You know, you can learn a lot about yourself from interacting with different people. You can learn how far you came and how far you got to go. You know, like my patience, I know my level of patience. I know, you know, how far I can be pushed or, pulled. I know how far. I'm only go accept so much of others people's, disrespect. I'm only gonna expose myself to it. I don't, to be honest with you, I don't really truly feel like someone can disrespect me. I really don't, unless you put your hands on. As far as words, I mean, it to me is just more or less you um projecting your own fuck ups and faults. But if I'm not in a good mood, then I don't want to hear none of that shit. And if I ain't in a mood that 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 ominous, that zen, if I'm not there, then no, I don't want to hear none of that shit. That's when you hear me say my favorite line. You got me fucked up, But I don't think I don't crashed out too many times on here. Probably you can count it on two hands. How many times I done went in on somebody. Cause usually it don't bother me, but I'm human. I had good days and bad days. You catch me on a bad day, you go catch a bad person. You catch me on a good day, then I'm gonna let a lot of that shit roll off my shoulder and keep it moving. So I'm still human. I ain't gonna come on here and act like I ain't got faults or I'm perfect or some shit. I ain't perfect, man. I don't even try to be perfect. I really don't. I don't be trying to be perfect. Y'all don't hear me. I'm positive. I'm nah, fuck that, bro. I fuck up. I expect to fuck up. But when I fuck up, I'm willing to fix it. I can say that much. When I fuck up, I am definitely willing to correct it, fix it, change my behavior, learn from my mistakes. I am, that's why I don't mind fucking up, because even when I mess up, it's an opportunity. Who was we talking to? I think it was when ARD was on the panel, and he was talking about like failure, right? How failure is not the end all be all. It's not like something horrendous. Like no, sometimes when you fail, you win. And that's why I said with a lot of what he was saying, I agree with, because I'm supposed to know I need to do work if I don't fuck up to realize I need to do work, right? I mean, it's things that can trigger me that I haven't experienced yet, and I won't even know this can trigger me unless I experience it. So when I do get triggered, I realize like, okay, yeah, like when I was on Wild Heart panel that day, and that dude would start talking. I ain't never had nobody come at me sideways like that. People just like in real life, people just don't say any fucking thing they want to me. Not in real life. I don't experience that. When I was younger, I did, but I'm a grown ass man now. People just don't say what they want to say to me. So the way he was talking, I'm like, bro, I don't even know you. Even when people get to know me, they have a level of respect for me, even on this line, right? People may think things about me, but people don't. normally, how many times I can name four content creators and y'all probably never heard of these people because they were fucking clout chasing. Probably two of them that made videos saying something negative about. Probably two people like actually saying my name. Like as far as subliminals, I don't really care about that. I don't pay attention to that because my name ain't been said. So shit, they could be talking about anybody. I'm not just gonna assume they talking about me. So if somebody did make a video using subliminals talking about me, I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about people who actually said my name. Very few people. Two people I can probably name and y'all know. Two people y'all probably never fucking heard of. And it's never been more than one person has never made more than four videos about. So I mean, people just don't do that. I don't give them a reason to though. Like if you start talking, you make videos about me, you gonna make yourself look stupid. Cause I don't be on here fucking with nobody or trying to come on here and be a big badass or I got this, I'm rich or I'm fly or I got this. I don't do all that bullshit, man. So it's not too much you can say about. That's gonna be accurate. I mean, that's fucked up. It's not too much. So so when those things occurred, man, it kind of roll off my shoulder. It just roll off because it's like, shit, you gonna hurt yourself more than you hurt me talking about me. I'm not doing fuck shit on her, you know. Now, if I was, then now I'm giving people something to talk about. If I'm coming on here like I'm Mr. Perfect or something, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't do this, I don't do that. Then people will be, you know, trying to expose me. I know two people because I got this. And if you fuck with what is it? It's not Life Alert. It's damn. I pay for it every fucking month. But what it does is monitor your credit, but it monitors your social security number. What the fuck is that shit called? Um, I gotta look at my subscriptions now. But it'll tell you if somebody, you know, when you do background checks, it'll run your social. So I know two people, and one person, I'm like, damn, bro, I thought we were cool as hell. Like, why is you this motherfucker that went and found my social security number? And I'm like, and I just pulled back. I'm not even gonna say no names, but when I seen they did that, I'm looking like, hold on, bro, I thought we was cool, and you running. I mean, I ain't got no dirt or no smut on my name. Like when I say I don't have a felony record, I don't have any charges on my name. I don't. So I mean, it ain't nothing for me to hide. I ain't got no convictions or no shit like that. Anything that I had on my record when I was a kid, it got expunged. The shit ain't there no more. You know. Now I had some shit on my record when I was a kid. Before I became an adult, but I did what I had to do and got it off my record. And like I said, I'm not gonna sit up here and say I was an angel. I'm not an angel now, and I wasn't an angel when I was younger. You know, I wasn't. I did some shit. I learned from my mistakes. I changed my behavior. I'm a new person now. So I don't do all that unscrupulous shit no more. You know, I don't do it no more. But there's people now who still do the same shit and be talking about other people doing shit. You talking about other people, but that ain't me. But yeah, I didn't have people find find I had one person contact some people in my family trying to reach out to them and shit on Facebook. Like, damn, had people make fake profiles and only man, like people like man, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. On here, you do have to be very cautious of who you deal with. You do have to be very cautious because people will do some shit to you, especially if people are their content, right? If they whole content is people, like exposing people or dragging people or doing shit like that, bro, they make your ass content so quick. They be telling you think this person is a friend. Who was that? It was Mr. Blind, remember? He came on here and was talking about, you know, when his brother died. He was talking to somebody on here he met. He thought they was real friends and they wasn't even talking on stream. It was supposed to be behind the screen, but the guy was recording it and made content out of it. That shit happens a lot. People be exposing people DMs and text messages. And I would be like, oh shit, I ain't like, bruh, I can't do all that. Yeah, I ain't doing all that. You do a wonderful job. I appreciate that, Score. I appreciate that. Ain't about to cuss someone out. Like you say, you got me. Yeah, shout out to Frankie, man. I hope Frankie all right, man. Y'all heard from Frankie? I ain't heard from Frankie in a minute, man. I hope my boy Frankie all right. I ain't hear from him in a minute. But I know Frankie, I'm waiting for word to spaz out one day. Shout out to Blanco, man. Shout out to Blanco. I try to score. I ain't gonna lie. I do it with intent. I try to, when I wake up every day, man, I always say to myself, how can I be a better version of me today? What can I do better? What can I do more than I did yesterday? I do that every day. That's part of my, ritual. When I get up, I challenge myself to be a better person every day. And that, it just keep me focused, man. Keep me moving in the right direction doing that. Challenging myself because, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It was like, especially when I first started losing my eyesight, man. I was thinking about the future too much, and it gave me a bit of anxiety because I didn't know what to expect. Like my whole life changed, and it's like all I thought about was the things I couldn't do, and I wasn't focusing on what I could do. Right, so it took me a couple weeks to change that mindset, and shout out to YouTube, man, because uh this YouTube has been a big process of my healing from my own personal, anxiety. I wasn't depressed, but I did have anxiety. But it gave me, you know, uh, it gave me purpose because when I first started doing these videos, man, I couldn't even walk a mile. I literally couldn't walk a mile. I kept passing out, and I was going through some shit, man. Like it took me a while to adjust to this whole shunt thing in my head. Because I was a very active person. Like I used to work out all the time. I used to spar. I used to do mixed martial arts. Um, and all that it just stopped suddenly. It just stopped. I couldn't do that. Working on cars, working on my house. I was doing all that, man. And I can't. I was limited to what I can physically do. Um, so it kind of put me in a position like, what do I have now? Because, but I always used my brain. I was always a great problem solver. Like people used to put problems in front of me, like, well, how can we fix this, or what's the best route? I just been gifted in that my whole life. So YouTube gave me the ability to use my brain, man, and not, and rely less on my physical attributes and focus more on my mental attributes. So that's what YouTube did for me. So coming on here having conversations with people, and a lot of times it was just me. Shout out to Lovey. A lot of times in the beginning it was just me and Lovey in here. Then I started meeting other people. You know, shout out to Perpetual Platypus. A lot of times it was just me and her too. You know, just sitting in here talking. Just having conversation with people. Cause my wife, man, she can listen to me talk, but after a while, she'd be like, "There's just too much information." Like she'd be like, "We got to take breaks." Like she had asked me something. Well, what does this mean? I start breaking that shit down. She'd be like, "Hold on, time out. We got to take a break." It's just information overload. So my wife can only she only can talk to me for so long. She's like, when you get to talking, you won't stop. Like you'll be breaking something down for a whole fucking hour. That's what her and my mom be looking at me like, okay, my mom was like, you should just go be a motivational speaker. That way you can just talk and don't have to worry about people not listening because that's what they there for. I'm looking like, God damn, mama. And they stop. Like, one thing people don't say to me no more. Why you so quiet? Because when I get to talking, bro, I be gone. Like you get me talking about the subject I like, man. Talking about like personalities and shit, bro. I be breaking that shit down to the I be breaking that shit down to the But yeah, if anybody wanted to pop up, the link is pinned. If you're on vertical, you can go to the community wall. The link is there. If not, we probably gonna wrap it up in a minute. We've been on for an hour. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap it up for a minute. But yeah, man, that's what I ran into. Man, I met a lot of cool people. I tend to focus on the positive. You know, met a lot of cool people. Well, most of the people in the chat, right? Sport Realist, Gary. We missing Tay, Commander, Dee Dee. Shout out to Nate, Liz B. Who else? I'm gonna miss some people. I know I am. James Wilson, shout out. My blind brother, Syrian. Shout out to Syrian. Hot 6'9". I hope I seen her post a picture the other day. Um my brother Frankie Blanco, BDB, Santina Love. I know Santina in Canada sleep right now. I met a lot of cool people on here, man. If I miss somebody, I apologize. You know, to my fallen brothers, shout out to Papa Will, man, rest in heaven, brother. Shout out to my brother Yak, rest in heaven, brother. Um, man, it was an honor and a pleasure that I met them people, had the experiences I had with them, had great conversations with both of them. You know, my brother Y2K Kalani, Miss Queen, the whole damn thing. Shout out to Miss Queen Sunkiss, man. I ain't seen her in a minute, but yeah, she gave me a lot of love on here. Sis Nets, y'all remember Nets? Um, she over in the Philippines, not the Philippines. Where is she at? I think she is in the Philippines. Nets vlog, just shout out to her, man. You know, cool peeps, man. A lot of cool peeps. Leticia, shout out to Teddy Y. You know, I met a lot of cool peeps on here. Had a lot of great conversation. You know, missing Mod. You know, just recently met Mod, but I love missing Mod, bro. I love me some missing Mod. That's my homie. That's my nine, man. Love me some missing Mod. You know, there's a lot of cool people on here. You know what I'm saying? So you can't have good positive interactions on here. You know, positive distractions. What they call it that. We can have some positive distractions on here, right? Yeah, man. That bro, that hit me, bro. Realist when I mean, we knew Pops was sick because Kalani told us, Pops sick. You know, that still hit me hard, even when I found out he was sick. And when he told me what was going on, I'm like, fuck, bro. I already knew what it was. But when Yak, I'm like, hold on, bro. I was just talking to Yak. I was literally just talking to Yak. Probably about 4 or 5 days before he told me that. He had sent me a DM and Instagram and told me to come over to the Instagram. He wanted me to check something out. Because one of his homeboys was live and live on Instagram, and I had popped up on there and was talking to him and his homeboy on there, and then like 5 days later, they was like, "Yeah, passed away." I'm like, "What?" Yeah, so I don't know what happened to yet. I still don't know what happened. So I wasn't close to like anybody, like his family offline to know, what was going on with him. So I don't know if he was sick or, but Yak was cool as fuck, man. He was one of them OGs, man. Him and Frankie, when they was going at it, I gotta find that video because that was dope, man. When him and Frankie was spitting back to back to back to back, that was dope. That man was gifted, man. And he had a heart of gold, bro. Yak had a heart of fucking gold, man. That shit hurt. That shit hurted, bro. I felt that one. I felt Papa. I felt Papa Will and I felt Yak. But it's been a couple other content creators on here I've been familiar with. Wasn't really, I probably watched them or met them in another chat and they passed away. You know, yeah, like Lady DJ. Yeah, shout out to Lady DJ. Rest in heaven to Lady DJ. I never really interacted or talked with her, but I used to butch watch her because, like, when you talk about people talk shit, I don't care what nobody say, man. Lady DJ, everything like that shit was fucking hilarious, man. It was hilarious. You can call it malicious or whatever, but it's not a lot of people who roasted like Lady DJ. Like almost Like when she roasted, the shit was comical. Like she could have been a Lady DJ could have been a stand up comic, no bullshit. Real as you know, Lady DJ, she could have. Now tell me I'm lying or not. She could have been a fucking stand up comic. Lady DJ was funny as hell, man. So even when she talked shit, bro, it was like, man, I was tuning in because the shit was funny. Like she was, I can't even. But when she went in on you, she went in on you. But like I said, I didn't know her. I never really had a conversation or interacted with her. But man, I can tell her heart was good, man. Even though she came on here talking shit, I could tell her heart was good, man. Yeah, but it's been a couple people. I can't think. It was another female content creator that passed away. Um, damn, I can't think. She was cool as hell too. Damn, I can't remember her name. They just told me that not too long ago, a couple months ago. They told me she passed away. Yeah, that should be crazy, man. Like you be listening to somebody one day and they gone the next, man. And they gone the next, man. That's why I try to be cool with everybody, man, because you don't know when it's your last day or somebody else. You never know, man. And I don't like regret. I don't like the feeling or the emotion. I don't like the feelings that regret manifest. I don't like the way that shit feels. So, and one of the biggest things I ever regretted in life, fighting with somebody and not being able to, you know, um, squash that shit before they died. That was one of the because it was over some stupid shit. I had a friend and we fell out over some stupid shit, and he passed away before we could fix that shit. And it's like, there's no fixing that shit, bro. Like once they gone, they gone. So I don't try to live with like regret or resentment. I don't live with that. Tiger, T Tiger. It sucks when you think a person is just offline. But the time, yes, man, that'd be fucked up, bro. That'd be fucked up. That's why I say you gotta check. Oh, damn, what was my man name? He the New York cat. He was cool as fuck too. Um, damn, what was the New York cat? He used to be over there with he used to fuck with Yak. Um, but he was over there with Mac Mean. I had just started really interacting with him. Damn, why can't I remember his name? I didn't know him like that, but I had talked to him a couple times on the panel. Um, I was on what you call the panel talking to him. Damn, I can't remember her name. I used to be fucking with her a lot too. She used to hang out with D Truth. Damn. And she used to be all in next chat too. Damn, what is her name? She from New York. Damn, that shit crazy. I used to be after I get off live. She came over here a couple times, slide over here, say what up. I'll be over her chat, but that's where I met him at. On her panel. Dude with dreads. Damn, what is his name? But I think he got shot. Yeah, man. Damn, I can't remember. Can't remember dude's name, but he was cool as hell though. Oh, what is her? Damn, realist, I can't remember her name. She be fucking with D. Well, I don't even know if she deal with D Truth no more, but D Truth used to be on her panel a lot. She'd be over on D Truth panel. I don't know, man. It's cool. I'm old, man. I can't remember nobody goddamn name if they ain't in my face no more. But I know I'm subbed up to her channel. Man, I got too many people I'm subscribed to. Too many. I don't even know half these people, bro. I don't even watch half this shit. Angie, baby, what up, though? I ain't seen Angie in a while. I know if I go over to the females that I talk, I run into Angie. Beyond Blue, oh Blue, cool. I ain't ran into Blue. Biracial, that's one of my homies. Big Mix, I gotta hit Big Mix up, see what the hell he been up to. Make sure he ain't falling the well somewhere. You know, Big Mix crazy as hell. Go home, Roger, and check on Big Mix. Bonnie? Hmm. Wow, I didn't even know I was subscribed to some of these people. Where Buzzy at? I gotta check on Buzzy. She down in South Africa. And I'm looking at who I'm subscribed to, bro. And you start running through some of these names. Keymosh, where's Lamash at? I always check out Chicky's upload. I gotta type in her thing so she know I'm still watching. She probably see it when she get her analytics though. And I cannot remember her name. Queen something. That shit is gonna haunt me. Damn, I didn't even know my brother had a page. I had one of my yeah, Bonnie passed away. Yeah, Bonnie. Bonnie was cool too. I used to like fucking with Bonnie. I used to go over there and troll Bonnie, I ain't gonna lie. I liked the Bonnie. Yeah, rest in peace to Bonnie, man. Rest in peace to Bonnie. Bonnie was cool people, man. And I ain't check out Drea Lash in a while. I gotta check on Eastern. Yeah, y'all heard from Eastern? I ain't seen Eastern. I ain't been on YouTube though. I was the 755 earlier. I didn't type in the chat. I was just listening in while I was setting up my show. I was listening in. Yeah, Bonnie was good Pete, man. Man, Bonnie was good Pete. She was good fucking Pete, man. And Bonnie was good for a laugh, man. Bonnie was always on that she was always up to laugh, man. Where every time she said me, she said that. Where yeah, Bonnie was good people. I used to like her art, man. Maybe I don't even know who that is. Oh, this is gonna bug me. I apologize, y'all. It's just gonna bug me if I don't find this. I cannot remember her fucking name. But man, I love like when I used to go over her channel, bro, 'cause she fucked with the Nuwapians. But she was very fucking like she very intellectual, but she'd chew your ass out too. You know, as long as you ain't in that space where she chewing you out, bro. I mean, like, man, her had some deep ass conversation. You know, we had some deep ass conversation. And what is her name? I can't. That is so fucked up. I can't remember her name. Well, I ain't. Shout out to the Rooks, man. That's another one of my favorite families on there, man. The Rooks. Shout out to 755, man. Um. Oh, what's call it passed away too. What Les? What remember Les? Yeah, it used to be with the lady. Y'all remember Les? L.E.S. He used to be with Cutthroat and them all the time. He passed away too. You know, rest in peace to that brother, man. I used to be in his chat too. He put me on too. He put me on too. He was a cool dude, man. He got me some subscribers when I was hustling. When I was trying to hustle up to get monetized, he put me on too. There's a lot of people who hooked me up, man. Shout out to Blue Lotus, man. That's the big sis too. I hope she cool. I ain't seen her in a minute. I don't even think I seen no up. Like I said, I gotta get back on YouTube. I ain't even really been on YouTube. I gotta get back on YouTube. Um, this is wild, man. I can't even find. I don't even know if she got a channel. Maybe she don't got a channel no more. Shout out to my boy Mob Only. Yeah, I like Mob shit. Mob is a dope ass like man, he a dope he makes some dope ass beats and he can rap his ass off. Y'all go show Mob, he a cool ass dude, man. He don't be trying to get into no shit, he don't bother nobody, he just be doing his thing. But if you like music, man, like original shit too, and I think his shit is on Apple. When I get my shit right, I'm gonna definitely go support bro on that too. Because his music he got some good ass music. And he make all his own beats and he write. Yeah, Miss Queen still doing content. Miss T, Miss T. I seen a couple of her posts the other day. Nene Loyal, shout out to Nene, man. That's one of the sis too. She always show love in the replay. So if you listen to this, Nene, I appreciate you, sis. And I'll just scroll. Man, what is her fucking name? I cannot remember her name, man. PIA, shout out to PIA too, man. That's one of my Michigan homies. Shout out to Pixie. Just read it. Hey man, Pixie, boy, that name fits her well. 'Cause you think of a pixie, you think of a little fairy, right? She can be the cutest thing on the planet, or she'll be a damn demon if you fuck with her. If you piss Pixie off, boy, she'll get your ass. Shout out to Pixie, man. I enjoy conversations. Very fucking intellectual, and she mean what she say, and she open minded too. Like if you actually, I love talking to people who are actually intellectual. And you can always tell an intellectual person because they're open minded. If you present her information, she'll analyze it, right? Before she says right or wrong. That's what I appreciate about her. She'll analyze this shit before she says right or wrong. She just because she has a bias towards something, she won't Rimrock. Man, whole Rimrock. I ain't seen Rimrock in a minute neither. I ain't been over there. That's Ford. I hope she's straight. That's one of my peeps. She don't do content though. Damn, what is that fucking name? Sailor. Shout out to Sailor, man. Self awareness. Shout out to bro, man. I ain't seen him in a minute. Shakira. I always be looking at her posts, man. If y'all ain't linked up with Shakira, I don't know if Gary in the chat. Yeah, Realist, you been over there. Look, we was in the Realist. Look, we used to come off of my show and we'd go at her show. Um, shit, what is that? Her shit. It'll be another girl up there with her. That's where old boy, damn, I can't remember none of the people name, but he used to pop up over here all the time too. He had a fucking plane or something. What the fuck is his name? But the Juice, remember Juice? Juice used to be over there. I'm trying to remember some of the people who used to be over there. She had the avatar with it was like a thong and a butt cheek. I cannot remember her fucking name. Oh god damn man, you gotta go all the way back to the top. It was Queen something. I think it was Queen something. Man, really, I cannot remember her name. And Texo, what up, though? Shout out to man Texo too. Another one of my buddies, man. Another cool cat I met on here. Monique Hill. Mo used to be over there with us too, bro. Mo will be over there. I'm trying to see who else would be over there. But she was from like 050. She used to fuck with 050 and Mac. She fuck with Mac Me. Neffy. I gotta check on Neffy, man. Shout out to Neffy, man. Neffy. I'm gonna go crazy. I apologize. I just stopped the show just to figure out, but I'm telling you, it's gonna bother me to the point. Rachel Banks. Shout out to Rach. I ain't seen Rachel over here in a minute, but I seen it. I know she's straight. I seen her in other places. Okay, this is where I was at. Shout out to Rooted too. Rooted be doing his thing, man. I think Rooted monetized now. Mm, yeah, this is where I was at. I'll say, Shay Tube. I gotta go check out Shay. I ain't seen Shay Tube in a minute. She live now. I wonder why she don't pop up on my algorithm no more. Shay Tube used to always pop up on my algorithm. I ain't seen Shay. I ain't been over there in a minute. I might have to go holler at Shay. Y'all remember Shay Tube? I hope y'all heard from Anita. I hope Anita's straight. Yeah, Nephew and King in a minute. Yeah, I hope they good, bro. I know Nephew was going through some shit. You know, he was going through some stuff. So I hope she's straight. Bro, this is go. I don't even know if old girl got a channel no more. 'Cause I don't see. I don't went through this whole thing and I don't see her name. I do not see her name. Shout out to Unbiased, man. I've been seeing her post. I ain't seen no videos in a minute, but I still see sisters post. Wake and Bake with Uncle Ray. I hope he good, man. That's my boy, man. That's my boy. Damn, why? Yeah, I don't know. I guess they popping up. Young Riaz, shout out to Young Riaz, man. Young Riaz is a real one. Yeah, I cannot remember her name, really. When I run into somebody, I'm shout out to E Nicole. Yeah, I don't even know if she on here no more. I do not see. Um, it was Queen something. It was Queen something. I think it had Queen in it. But yeah, I used to get off of my channel and then go chill over at her shit. Yeah, I bet you as soon as I get off there, I'm gonna remember it. soon as I hit a joint, my brain will start working right. Okay, let's look at all the queens real quick. Queen B, Queen Key, nope, nope, nope. Queen Sanity, nope, nope. The all the queens. Yeah, I remember her channel did get knocked a couple times. She got her channel took a couple times. Nah, not Sunkiss, not Sunkiss. It was she had that New York accent too. She be with Mac Mean. She used to shout out to damn, what is my nah, I can't remember nobody's name right now. But she used to fuck with Blanco too, not Sonny. She used to fuck with Sonny Blanco. You know, she was in that whole New York circuit. Damn, what was her name? I know she used to fuck with D Truth hard. And she had China Cat. What was the China Kitty or something like that? Her co-host was like China Kitty, Chinese Kitty or China something. But they used to always be doing their thing. She cool as hell though. She was cool as hell with me. I ain't never had nothing, you know. I ain't got nothing bad. Like me and her never bumped heads for no reason. Always been respectful to one another. But I done seen her decapitate people. I done seen her decapitate people before. She cut your ass out in the New York minute, but she was cool people, man. She was cool people. But damn, man, I appreciate y'all rocking out with me, man. I'll probably be back on probably close to the weekend. Probably close to the weekend, yeah. I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna do a video for y'all. I'm gonna finish that uh the chakra series. I'm almost done with that. Well, I was actually done. I just gotta make two more clips. But I'm gonna finish that up soon. Then I got some other videos that I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna make a video and then we can talk about it later. If y'all got any questions and stuff, we talk about it later. But I'm just doing like the imagery, doing a lot of the editing. I already got, the commentary written down and just gotta. And then really shout out to you, man, because I'm learning. I was watching a couple of your videos, and I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna try to bite your style. I know I ain't gonna be able to do it like you, but I like how you just play the video and you talk. Like when I was thinking about doing all this, I always thought like I had to come on camera and do all this shit and then cut to a video scene. But watching your shit, I'm like, I can watch it and I'm still entertained just hearing your voice and watching the video play, And sometimes it's in loop, so it just gave me an idea of how I can do my content. So I appreciate that, bro. That's why I say, man, y'all like the things people do like when I pick up and it inspire me. Like, okay, I'm thinking I have to do it this way, but I see it's done in an effective, efficient way. Like it can be done like this too. So I just want to tell you, appreciate you for that too, bro. Because I wasn't even thinking like that. I thought I had to be on camera and do this and do that. It's like, no, man, you can do it like this. That's why you know me, man. I always try to show people love when they inspire or motivate me to do something. And that, because as far as making content, like the way you do, bro, that's why I didn't do a lot of it. Like any of my content, you notice is like my old video that I clip up, right? But like really watching like how you did it, it's like okay. And at first, like when it's the rap thing, I wasn't looking at it like that. But when you did that video about them old folks and just the way you had the commentary over it, it wasn't even the video audio playing, but it was just a video playing and the commentary went along with the video. I'm like, that's how I can do it. I wasn't thinking about it until I watched that, and I'm like, oh, because I'm talking about for at least a year, bro. That's what been preventing me from creating content like that because I thought I just had to come on. I'm thinking like I got to be on the video and shit, and I got to do it. I'm like, so yeah, you inspired me, bro. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. But let me get off here, man. Y'all know what I always say, care about how you feel. These are conversations to create nations. And if I said anything that resonated with you, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button, tell somebody to tell somebody, help me spread the word. But until next time, we's out. We's out. That's all I got, man. That's all I
And do it for the nine.
What up, Nine?
Acknowledge me!